Hi class, welcome to another session of Introduction to Operations and Supply Chain Management. Today we'll continue discussing the topic about project management. So last class, we introduced project management and we said that it requires three basic techniques. It requires planning, it requires scheduling, and controlling. And we said that a project is a set of related activities. And so we saw how we can break down, when it comes to planning, we need to break down the various activities or the entire project in itself into several major activities. Then we broke it down into sub-activities and finally into the various tasks that we want to complete for that particular project. And so that's part of planning the project. But before we start to do that work breakdown structure, we have to first define what is the project that we want to complete, look at the various objectives of the project, and then we have that work breakdown schedule and also an organization, how the project is going to be structured, who will be responsible for what areas of the project. And so we'll bring that together to create the project and plan accordingly. So today we'll discuss a little bit about project scheduling techniques. And there are a couple of project scheduling techniques that we'll be looking at, one of them being the Gantt chart. Okay, we'll look at the Gantt chart, we'll look at the critical path method, and we'll also look at the program evaluation and review technique, or PERT method. Okay, and so the Gantt chart allows us to see what activities are being planned and what order those activities will be carried on. However, it doesn't tell us how they relate to one another. The PERT and the critical path method do tell us a little bit about how these relate to one another. Let's look briefly at the Gantt chart. And for that, if you notice here on the board, let's say we have our set of activities scheduled to happen on during the week. So we have Monday, Tuesday, every day of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so we have the days of the week in which we're going to do our project. And on the left side here of our Gantt chart, we are going to write all the activities that we have already defined in the work breakdown schedule that are needed for this activity. And so we have our overall project. If we take the example that we used in class, where we are organizing a party. So we can define or write down all the activities or the major activities. Let's work with these three. We have venue, invitations, and entertainment. And we have looked at these in our work breakdown schedule in class. And so for venue, we have subtasks that you have identified. One of them being that you need to maybe search for the different venues in which you can take or have this party. The second subtask would be to contact these venues and schedule a time or an appointment to visit them. Let's write that down here in our Gantt chart. So we have identified 3 subtasks: researching, scheduling visits, and selecting the venue. And so what the Gantt chart does is we have a chart and we specify how much time will be allocated to each of these tasks. So let me fix my chart a little bit. So let's say to research the venues, we allocate 2 days. And so we would take the research and take 2 spaces, Monday and Tuesday. Let's say once we have defined these 2 days of what or how much time it would take, then we assign another day to schedule the visit, maybe Wednesday. And by Friday, we have selected the venue. On Friday, when we meet again with the board or those in charge of the entire organization, and even the project manager, and then we make the arrangements for that venue. So there we have it. That's a quick overview of what a Gantt chart is. And of course, it would be more detailed to what we have written here with for all the various activities that you have selected in your project.